Theocracy alert, theocracy alert. That's what we got going on right now in Texas. So Raw Story is reporting that Texas is going to take up a bill requiring the 10 commandments in every public school classroom. Okay. All right. So let's see what they say here. The Texas State Senate Education Committee this week will take up a bill requiring the 10 commandments to be installed in every public school classroom, and another that would allow schools to hire pastors or chaplains instead of counselors. Look, I just at face value, this is definitely unconstitutional. So public school, so public tax dollars funding pastors and chaplains instead of counselors in school, that's making it not secular anymore. This is definitely against separation of church and state, without a doubt. A public elementary or secondary school shall display in a conspicuous place in each classroom of the school a durable poster or framed copy of the 10 Commandments. The bill is extremely specific, mandating the size of the poster, at least 16 by 20, and that it be readable from anywhere in the classroom, in a size and typeface that is legible to a person with average vision from anywhere in the classroom in which the poster or framed copy is displayed. The bill also includes the complete text of the 10 Commandments in the version ordained by its author, State Senator Phil King, a Republican. Senator King's bill goes as far as to mandate that if a school classroom does not have the 10 Commandments posted, it must accept a copy if anyone donates one, and any extras must be offered for donation to any other school. It can also use taxpayer funds to purchase a copy. NBC News senior investigative reporter Mike Hixenbaugh, who posted news of the bill on Monday, points out the language in the 10 Commandments might be confusing to a first grader. Okay. I'd rather have it be confusing than have it be just the actual 10 Commandments up there. Because this has no business in a public classroom. No business whatsoever. Now, think about this, guys. If you're making a list of the 10 most important moral lessons and ethical lessons, would it be this list? Let's go through it. Number 1, you shall have no other gods before me. Okay, that definitely wouldn't make the list. That's just God being jealous. Like, that's what that is. Number 2, you shall not make idols. Totally shouldn't make the list. People probably have a decent success rate if they pick a good idol and they emulate them, right? Somebody who they look up to, who has good values and, acts in a honorable way, and you have somebody who you look up to and act like that, it's good. That's a positive thing. It's not a negative thing. But to them, that's, that gets in the way of God. You've created a new God. Number 3, you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Again, that's just so, you can't say goddamn or whatever? Like, who can, none of these things should be on a list of the 10 most important things. Number 4, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Absurd. Number 5, honor your father and your mother. What if your father and mother are criminals? What if they murder people? What if they're in organized crime? What if your dad's a rapist? What if your mother abused you? Generally, should you honor your father or mother? Yes. But in some instances, you definitely shouldn't. Number 6, you shall not murder. Finally, by number 6, we finally got a good rule. Finally. Number 7, you shall not commit adultery. Don't cheat. Should you not cheat? Absolutely, you shouldn't cheat. It's good to not cheat. But also, that is not illegal for a reason. It doesn't even reach the level of, criminality, and it's on the list. You shall not steal. Okay, that's a good one. We got 2 good ones. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. I mean, that's fair, but I don't know if it would make the top 10 of a list, right? You shall not covet. Basically 2 or 3 of these are should be on this list. It's only 2 or 3 of these. So, I mean, call it what it is. This is just theocracy. They're ushering in Christian nationalism. They want to put the 10 Commandments up there. By the way, a good test is always to swap religions to see how you feel about this, right? So they say they want to replace the counselor and bring in a pastor or chaplain or whatever. What if you brought in an Islamic preacher? What if you brought in a Bhagavad Gita expert? What if you brought in, a pagan expert? my guess is everybody would look at that and be like, what? That has no place in a public school, no place being funded with our tax dollars. But when it comes to Christianity, it's the majority religion there, so they feel like, what? This is good. This is what we do. It's like proudly anti-intellectual. You could have whatever beliefs you want in whatever religion you want. You could practice it, etc. I believe in freedom of religion. But I definitely believe in separation of church and state because the government has no business shoving religion down anybody's throat. Especially not in a classroom where you're supposed to be learning stuff. You're supposed to be educated. It's like, it's okay to learn about a religion. It is not okay to like actively enforce the values of a particular religion and teach it as if it is factual when it is not. Because again, I could give any of you out there the homework of make a list of 10 things that should actually be the top 10 rules to live by. You would all create a better one than the 10 commandments. They would all be better. And anything you would create would be better than that. So, anyway, I love that they're doing this at the same time. It's like, hey man, there are homeless people in Texas. Hey man, there are people without health insurance in Texas. Hey man, there are working poor people in Texas. Weed still isn't even legal in Texas. Like the list of things that they should be focusing on, and this is what they're doing. It's just beyond goofy. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.